Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I've been a little bit AWOL for a couple of days because that wrist problem I was having decided to get worse, and we ended up getting sent to A&E yesterday. Cut a long story short, I've got it in a wrist brace, and I've got anti-inflammatories and antibiotics and codeine, and hopefully I'll be better in a few days, but it's a bit frustrating because it's my right hand and that's my dominant hand, and I haven't been able to do much arty-farty stuff. But I did think it might be a really good time to have a go at some really loose sketching, because I can't be precise. I can only make big movements. So I've been wanting to join in with some draw-alongs with one of my favourite YouTubers, Illustrator named Kasper. I will leave a link to him below. And he did, and actually it's because I'd requested it, he did a cat draw-along last week. And so I've been wanting to have a go at that. And there's been something about cats just recently. Now let me go to my desk. I can show you. So first of all, for Mother's Day, my son made me this amazing painting. He did this with Inktense blocks. It was like a looks like a watercolor paint set, but it's actually Inktense. This was his first painting ever. Can you imagine? And he says he can't draw and he can't paint. What? I was so, and the fact that he's not that great at finishing things. People tend to start a lot of things with great enthusiasm, not so great at seeing it through always. So the fact that he actually got this, oops, it's gone out of focus, done and finished in time for Mother's Day as well, and it's so beautiful. And it's a picture of my old cat Archie, and it really has caught Archie's look and personality. He's actually wearing a Christmas hat here. We made him a little miniature version of the Christmas hat because he liked to sit with us all. I think he thought he was a human. He's a very strange old boy, was Archie. Anyway, so that was that, and Tom actually gave me, what he did was, that was something else we were doing. What he did was he made a kind of digital kind of tracing of an outline from a photograph of Archie that he was using as a reference, just to give him a good starting point, and he gave me a couple of spares in case I wanted to have a go. And then we got the ScrawlrBox, and that was all. The challenge is walk on the wild side. The inspiration piece of art was a tiger. I'd actually already printed off, before this happened, I'd printed off some photo references of a kind of camouflage tigers that I wanted to do, because we got a set of colour pencils in all kind of natural kind of earthy colours. So that was that. I've been doing this slow stitching project called Celebrating 61, and the very last prompt I pulled for the whole project the other day was cats, and I had drawn what my gran used. My gran, who said she couldn't draw or paint for toffee, I can't draw very well with it. You can see how I haven't got much control with I can't squeeze or press with this blinking wrist. But she used to call this a penny halfpenny cat, and it was called that because made it look more like a devil now, because she would draw around an old penny and an old halfpenny, and yes, I do remember those. And to make the basic cat shape, and then add the tail and the ears and a little nose and whiskers, and that was a penny halfpenny cat. And yeah, so that turned out to be my last. Everything's pointed towards cats. There was Kasper's draw along, there was the painting from Tom, and the fact that I wanted to have a go at this, and then the ScrawlrBox, and what else was there? Oh, and these. Now I can't remember if I did this, but I think I did this after Mother's Day. But again, cats. Now I had an Etsy shop that was going like years ago. It's been dormant for years and years, like 6-7 years probably. But I decided to wake it up again and put in there some of the things that I make and kind of haven't got room for, or don't need, or don't have anyone to give away to. And I decided just to wake it up and kind of, get it going again, and get myself going again with it. This was the easiest thing to put in. So these are actually prints of an original painting by myself, and this was also done inspired by old Archie. It was a photograph of him that I used as a reference there. And my husband, as a surprise, got these cards printed, so they're just blank greetings cards, so you could use them for anything. A good big size. There, I've got matte ones and shiny ones. Not sure which I like best. Probably the matte, I'm not sure. And they come with a really nice quality, can't really see it probably on there, but it's a really nice quality paper envelope. And he got them printed just as a surprise for me, and I thought, well, I'm going to put some of them in the Etsy shop. So I've only got half a dozen of each finish, and I thought I'll just see. I think by the time I've paid for the postage and the Etsy fees and that, I don't know if I'll even quite make back what he probably paid to get them printed, but if they go well, I'll find a more viable printing deal. So I will leave a link to my Etsy shop if you're interested in these. I mean, you could give them as a card, as I say, they'll do for any occasion, or you could put them in a little clip frame and have them as a little print. So yeah, I'll leave a link to my Etsy shop if you're interested in those. So it's just felt like something is pointing me towards cats at the moment, and it's really frustrating that all the plans I had. So I was going to do this weekend and the tiger, and I was going to do Kasper's draw along, and this is kind of, I'm a bit stymied really by this, but I did think I could have a go at Kasper's draw along, because his style is his draw alongs are lovely because they're very chilled and relaxed and easygoing, and his style is very loose and spontaneous and fast, and I'm not really very good at that. So I did think, well, maybe now with the wrists being a bit immobilised, that might just turn out to be an advantage. So I'm going to have a go. I'm going to go now into I'm going to stop recording and get Kasper's draw along up, and now you'll see a speeded through version of that, and then I'll come back at the end and see how it turns out and see how my wrist stands up to it. I don't know if I mentioned, but Kasper's doing a draw along on a live stream draw along on Sunday. Now I'm going to be away for the weekend, but I'm going to take my sketchbook with me, and if my wrist is up to it, and if we're back in a hotel room in time, I will try and join in. I think he's doing flowers, so that'll be fun, and I think it was 5 p.m. Central European time, but you can, if you're interested, you can check that out on his channel. Okay, so going into the draw along now. See you in a minute. Well, I think I'll probably come back and have another go at that when I can actually use one. That was really getting quite painful even doing it. And that's only been 10 minutes, and it's quite painful already. So yeah, I'll come back and have another go at this when my wrist has calmed down a bit. Certainly Kasper's draw along was lovely and easy to follow, and I will really enjoy. I'm going to make a point of following all of his draw alongs, because I think it's really good to get me into the habit of just being a bit more loose and sketchy and spontaneous about it and not worrying too much. He's really good at doing these really quick spontaneous kind of sketches that just, I need to do more of that. But yeah, I mean, it's not it's a long way from perfect, but it's caught something of a cat there, and yeah, I can't wait to have a go when my wrist is better and give it a proper go. So I will leave links to Illustrator named Kasper below, and I will leave a link to my Etsy shop in case you would like to have a look at buying one of my birthday cards. Well, I say birthday card, it could be an anything card because it's blank in the middle, so yeah, it could be an anything card, or you could just put it in a little quick clip frame. Anyway, enough of that. I'll be back in a few days probably, when I've given this wrist a proper bit of a proper rest. We're actually away for the weekend now, so I wouldn't have been able to come to my craft room anyway. I'm going to take my sketchbook with me because I always do, and if my wrist is feeling a bit better and I get back to the hotel room in time, I will be joining Kasper's live stream on Sunday, so we'll see. But either way, thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.